Today I'm going to be continuing on with the door build. Last time I got the staves glued together and went through that whole process. So this time we're going to do our veneers and get our veneers glued to our staves. That's the goal. So yeah, let's do it. Check it out, guys. Got all these veneers right here for the cores. About to glue these up to them. And the way I'm gonna do this, because these are so oversized, I'm just going to lay this first one down right here and then just put glue on my core and then flip it right on top of this. This veneer is much wider than this core, as you can see, and I'll probably just center it because I'm gonna flush it up later anyways. It's not gonna matter, and that way I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to line it up on the edge and worry about that. All right. Dang it. Let's go to the sawhorses. Freaking rookie. I was so not prepared for that. Well, that did not go how I thought it would in my head, to say the least. Yeah, had to move to the sawhorses, had a little struggle there, and I ran out of clamps. So that old goofy phrase, a woodworker can never have enough clamps, well, I just figured that out right now in real life, because I had to bring out one of my big Irwin cabinet clamps, which you shouldn't have to for a little glue up like this, but I'm glad I had it, because I literally had I would have had to put like a rock on top of there to keep pressure down, which I have a lot of rocks over here, so I probably could have still got away with it, but the point is I need some more clamps. So you can see my dilemma here. These clamps right here, their face of them is like only half the size of what I need them to clamp down on. So to kind of remedy that, I've got these alternating the whole way down, just left, right, left, right. And I've even got these little track saw clamps out. So that's how you know you're getting desperate. And then you really know you're getting desperate when you got a big clamp like this, using that on something so small. And the other downside of not having enough clamps is I still got to wrap these rails, these core rails, in the veneer, and I'm out of clamps. So now I got to wait about 45 minutes for this Titebond 3 to really set up. Then I can get my clamps back. So yeah, I see why people say that woodworkers can never have enough clamps. And I've never considered myself a woodworker. Funny enough, I've always considered myself just a trim guy. So the millwork, I think, is where those two worlds meet. So yeah, we're gonna need more clamps. As you can see, my dust extraction on this router's not working too well, and I think I know why. That looks pretty sweet. All right guys, so there you have it. Step 2 in the stave core door building process. Putting the veneers on the core. That wasn't too bad. It's gonna get a little bit harder in the next video because we're actually gonna have to do some joinery, and I've never done joinery in my whole entire life. Usually I just CA glue everything. As you guys know, if you've been watching this channel, I CA glue everything. So I was talking to Brent and he said, you know, you probably don't want to CA glue this door together. It might not hold up. And we kind of argued back and forth a little bit, but ultimately I kind of agreed with him. But yeah, we're going to be doing mortise and tenon joinery. Never done it in my life, like I mentioned. So yeah, probably going to do the index here on this fence, use the sliding table saw to cut the tenons, and then I've got a little jig that centers your router. So I've got that DeWalt plunge base router, and I think that's what I'm going to use to cut the mortises. So I've got to think about that, and I've got to do some practicing, which I'll probably do off camera. Maybe I'll record some of it, but I'm definitely going to be practicing that before I cut these actual pieces, because I don't want to remake this whole entire assembly, which this thing wasn't hard to remake, but it'll just put me behind time-wise and material-wise. So anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions, comments about the process up to this point. But yeah, so far so good. And one other thing too, this screen door to the garage is in really bad shape. Some people are asking about this. It needs to be replaced too. This screen's busted out, but I do like having a screen door here because you get a breeze going through here. So I like having this open and lets in that natural light. So I will rebuild this and replace it, probably using Spanish cedar, and I'll probably do it in the same configuration as the door that I'm currently building in there. So that craftsman style layout. But yeah, that's the deal with this thing. It will also get replaced. It is pretty crazy. You can see these brackets. It's kind of holding it together, and it's on its last little thread here. So yeah, we'll take care of that too.